Okay, now think. For the next time, I will take a course about the categorical.
¿Ya está grabando?
Yes.
Dile que ya después de que hemos acordado que él vendrá a España, que yo se lo agradezco por hacerle 4 o 5 preguntas que son en las que siempre hay en España muchas discusiones.
Okay.
Sobre SIBO.
So I want to thank you for agreeing to participate for the next SIBO Congress. We want to take the chance that we are already here to ask you a few questions because we want to clear out some questions we have in Spain.
It's my pleasure to be here.
La primera, para hacer una introducción, la primera. Aquí en España hay mucha gente que duda de la fiabilidad del té de los grados.
Okay. In Spain, they don't believe in the efficacy of the lactose breath test. I know you took this IMAGINE study and you took some duodenal aspirates. Did they match with the lactose breath test to somehow validate the lactose breath test?
So at DDW, I don't know if you're familiar with DDW, is the American version of UEGW, which is the big GI course. We presented in June the data from REIMAGINE, where we show that the bacteria of the gut correlates with breath tests with lactose, and that not only that, the bacteria that are elevated, the hydrogen-producing enzymes are higher. So we validated the breath test for the first time using sequencing of the small intestine. So that paper will come out in January or February. But we already presented the data.
We are looking forward to reading your study. Así que luego hago una traducción para la gente para el mundo.
Vale, pero dime qué más o menos que has dicho para que yo le diga.
Va a salir un paper en enero, febrero, donde con un estudio, básicamente, donde cuando mayor el nivel de hidrógeno, mayor es la actividad enzimática que concuerda básicamente una manera de está validada
en su nuevo estudio hay una correlación entre bacterias y el test de lactulosa.
Con la actividad enzimática y la cantidad de gas que aparece en las curvas.
Otra segunda cuestión. Él nunca habla de cándida a nivel de hongo o de cándida a nivel intestino. Yo tampoco, yo pienso que las cándidas no ocupan un papel muy importante, pero como pasa en los Estados Unidos, pasa en España, que los que hacen medicina naturópata pues siempre están hablando de cándida a nivel intestino.
Okay. So in Spain, in the same way that happens in the US, there are many naturopaths that they only talk about fungus and candida. So, how significant do you think small intestinal fungal overgrowth is?
So my colleague, Dr. I don't know if you're familiar with him, he studies SIBO, small intestinal fungal overgrowth. He thinks maybe of SIBO, 10%, maybe SIBO fungal. But my argument is that if you take an antibiotic, the fungus should go out to make you worse. And what we see is you take an antibiotic and symptoms get better, so those ones at least can't be fungus.
So it is as a consequence, not the cause.
No, I think there's both. So I think if you respond to antibiotics, it's bacteria. If you don't respond, maybe those patients, some of them are fungus, but we have to study it.
Un compañero suyo lo que ha visto que en 10% de los casos se trata de un SIBO, pero lo que resulta curioso que sea un SIBO porque cuando da antibiótico, que lo que debería hacer es subir el sobrecrecimiento fúngico, porque desaparecen los síntomas. y nada, todavía tiene que estudiarse más porque no... Quizá
Ok.
los casos en los que sí que sube, esa era la causa, porque dice que a veces la causa, otras veces la consecuencia.
Bueno, estamos muy interesados en su test del MAC, para el diagnóstico del síndrome de intestino irritable y del SIBO. ¿Qué posibilidades ves de poder traer ese diagnóstico?
Okay, we're very interested in bringing your smart ABS test to Spain because it could save not just money, all the unnecessary and costly high-risk techniques like colonoscopy, gastroscopy. Sorry. So, do you think it would be possible to bring the smart ABS test to Spain?
So, no problem. I mean, the test is now available. It started in the US, now it's available in Canada, Mexico, now it's available. And Unilab started a contract for Switzerland for November. And Unilab is in Spain too.
Unilab.
Unilab is
¿Está en España? Unilab?
Lo tendría que mirar, no lo sé.
I think it's a
It doesn't
laboratory.
ring a bell to me.
I'm pretty sure they have some draw stations for blind blood in Spain too. But I'm sure if somebody in Spain is interested, the company would be very interested to have a blood test.
Well, you know, when you come to Spain, when you are in Spain, sorry, to Malaga for this congress, I'm sure there are many laboratories who are interested because they first must know this information. They don't know about this test.
But in the modeling for cost savings, it saves money in Italy, it saves money in England, it saves.
I know, I read the article,
We've done all the models already, so it helps the patient. It's not psychological, it's a
Okay.
real disease. And so that also stops all the testing because why you need to do colonoscopy if this test is positive.
Of course, and I guess to better treat the SIBO, you must know the cause. If it's autoimmune, like you cannot read your test, or otherwise, I guess it's easier to have the relapse if we don't find the cause.
Vamos a ver.
There's other
Otra,
insights.
una cuestión muy importante para España porque todo el mundo lo pregunta todos los días. Llegará este año el tercer chip
Okay, like,
y los equipos, las máquinas y todo.
okay, there are so many people in our group who are looking forward to being able to get the third SIBO test. When do you think this machinery would be ready to
So
understand?
yes, so the new machines, we have new machines now coming to measure methane, hydrogen, and hydrogen sulfide. So nobody has this, the 33 gases. The company's going to start with a kit, so the bags, and then send it to the company, and then they measure, and then maybe in 1 year they will have the machines to sell.
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Un año más todavía le queda.
Sí.
Well, maybe in Malaga. We do one
For
machine.
the lovastatin drug to treat the constipation, I guess, when do you think?
So we're in the middle of the trial right now at Cedar Sinai. So lovastatin, the Sin-10, yes. So the trial is going very well, but we don't know placebo or drug, so we have to wait till the end of the study. But we should be, the data should be finished by between March and June next year. So
Sobre marzo, junio del año que viene. I have another question. It's about this novel technology you have with ultraviolet light to be able to kill bacterial and fungi without antibiotics.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about that?
So Dr. Razai is presenting at the Congress today. So the certain wavelengths of light are not good for the skin because they can cause cancer. But some wavelengths are okay. it's like they're used for psoriasis. You know psoriasis?
Yeah, sure.
So they use light to treat it. So similarly, we showed that some of those wavelengths of light, they kill bacteria, and they don't cause damage to the skin.
And not even dysbiosis, like
Kill everything. It kills difficile, it kills coli, it kills candida, it kills...
that's good because antibiotics, like the most pathogens, like still they resist the antibiotics. So you are killing mainly the good guys, not.
You kill, well, you can't decide who's good, who's bad, but
No, but what I mean, like many people who receive many antibiotics, they are in a higher risk of getting Clostridium difficile.
Right.
But with these techniques, you also kill these pathogens.
That's right. So we think it's going to be very useful for many diseases, but it may be very important for other places like bladder. There's no bacteria there. So if you get a urinary infection, a light on inside, bladder infection will go away.
Dice que la luz ultravioleta también vale para la vejiga, donde le ponen la luz ultravioleta y se activa la infección.
Pero ahí, para hacer la técnica hay que meter un tratante para
Sí, con la vejiga. A veces me da cutter to
It will be developed, so it's being worked on. But in the colon, if you have C. diff colitis, then you have a catheter, turn the light on, C. diff is gone. 20 minutes.
That's great.
Otra pregunta, ¿cómo van los nuevos medicamentos? ¿Saldrán pronto? Bueno, serán aprobados por la FDA pronto los medicamentos que también para metano y para síndrome de intestino.
He's asking how long will it take to be approved by FDA, all these new drugs? Maybe
Probably within the next 2 years, many things will be approved, so it's going to be very exciting.
los próximos 2 años seguramente ya.
Porque como él sabe, el SIBO de metano es muy residual. Entonces, hace falta nuevos medicamentos.
You know, it's what we already talked about this, the methane and SIBO, they used to have all these relapses, so we really need all these drugs as soon as possible.
So we are very excited about lovastatin for methane because we think it's curative. So
that's great. It doesn't affect cholesterol.
no, it doesn't get absorbed. So it
So
stays
no
inside.
myalgia, no other problems. Okay, I was thinking, I'm thinking because when you take the lovastatin, you need to supplement with enzyme Q10 because it also gives this enzyme. We also need this enzyme Q10 for the testing with this lovastatin
No,
treatment.
because it's not absorbed. So it stays in the gut. No effect on the muscles.
That's great.
Sí, ¿qué dice?
Que como la lovastatina no se
No se
absorbe, no
absorbe.
tiene efecto de colesterol, no produce...
Bueno, ahora le voy a hacer una pregunta que parece que le sonará raro, pero es que en España las cosas están de
He's going to ask you a weird thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's just that in Spain there is controversy.
Okay.
y cuando escuchen su respuesta siempre será más válida que lo que yo trato de expresar, porque yo trato de expresar su idea, pero si él la dice directamente, pues tendrá más valor que lo que yo.
Okay. He tries to explain with your say to stop this controversy, but he thinks that if people hear it from you, it will be easier to exactly.
Vamos, entonces, si tenemos hidrógeno positivo y metano negativo, siempre es farmacia.
So, if we have a hydrogen SIBO without methane, so the only treatment is with rifaximin. That's
That's it. Rifaximin is the only thing that works. So
not all the
there should
antibiotics.
not be controversy. Rifaximin is non-absorbed, very safe, no side effects, no bacterial resistance, no damage to the microbiome. So, and it works probably 70%. The paper that we have coming out in December will make it very clear because it shows in Target 3 trial that the breath test was positive. Rifaximin works better. If the breath test is positive, becomes negative, 76% of patients on rifaximin had a response by FDA endpoint. So that will make the controversy much less.
Se ve que en diciembre va a salir este nuevo PP donde se ve claramente que si tiene a menos un 70% de los casos.
La segunda pregunta.
Okay.
Siempre que tenemos hidrógeno y metano positivo hay que utilizar dos antibióticos. Es decir, le añadiremos a la rifamicina, neomicina o mesoneomicina.
Vale. So now in the case we have both hydrogen and methane gases. So rifaximin won't be enough unless it's also diarrhea, not only constipation. It makes so if it's constipation type with methane type, so we also need two antibiotics, rifaximin plus neomycin or metronidazole.
Yes.
I just want them to listen for you.
If you have hydrogen only, rifaximin is all you need. If you have methane at all, then you have to give rifaximin plus metronidazole or rifaximin plus neomycin. The problem is sometimes with methane it comes back faster.
Yeah.
And so that's why we need the lovastatin because we need something better because it comes back to. Look, remember, methane is not coming from bacteria. It's coming from archaea. In archaea, we don't have antibiotics for archaea. We have antibiotics for bacteria. And so even though the antibiotics work a little bit on the archaea, it's not strong enough. So I think the lovastatin will be perfect.
So what do you think of atrantil to start the archaeas?
So atrantil has become very popular very quickly, but and does work for some patients. I try it sometimes, but it's not strong science. There's not a lot of papers published about it, but I think it works for some patients.
At least to relieve the symptoms. In Spain, what it is because Blas talk about all these other therapies, the SIBO, so it's popular now thanks to Dr. Blas.
For helping to get to this good.
Yeah, but usually gastroenterologists, they don't use atrantil.
Yeah.
It's not very common.
For some patients, it's very, very effective.
Yeah, especially with the ones with the burps
Burping and
and the
bloating.
burning, it really works.
Le voy a seguir haciendo preguntas para aclaratorias, aunque yo las tengo bastante claras, pero la gente no.
Voy a ver, terminar una cosa de. So if we should choose between neomycin and metronidazole, I guess it's better neomycin because it's not systemic.
Metronidazole is systemic. Neomycin is not
So
systemic.
unless we have the suspects of parasites, we should choose neomycin or what do you think?
So some people worry with neomycin about autotoxicity, ear toxicity, but I've never seen this. So because it's not absorbed.
Yo suelo utilizar rifamicina más neomicina y problemas de oído no he tenido hasta
No, we haven't had any problem, and this is a really big group.
I think neomycin, because neomycin is not absorbed. The problem is with IV gentamicin, not with neomycin. So I'm not worried about problems.
Así que el problema sería con la intravenosa.
Aunque a él le he hecho estas preguntas porque en España todavía hay muchos especialistas en gastroenterología que utilizan rifamicina, aunque tenga un positivo. En todo caso, siguen utilizando únicamente.
We say that many doctors in Spain, even if they have both gases, they only use rifaximin. So, of course, they usually don't, unless it's which type, it's hard to eradicate this.
May I ask a question? Why do you think it's so much resistance to using rifaximin for IBS or SIBO here in Spain.
¿Por qué cree que hay tanta, por qué rehusan tanto utilizar rifaximinina para el SIBO en España?
Lo que suelen utilizar es la rifamicina siempre y no utilizan ningún otro antibiótico, tanto para un SIBO de hidrógeno como para un SIBO de metano.
Okay, he's saying that actually the problem is that they only use rifaximin. That's all.
So they don't understand.
That they do need a second antibiotics for arqueas.
Y ahora otra pregunta exploratoria. ¿El que prefiere? ¿Antibióticos farmacéuticos o antibióticos? Porque aquí pasa lo mismo que pasa en los Estados Unidos. Los médicos damos farmacológicos y los de la medicina integrativa en Europa siempre prefieren dar.
So, what are your thoughts about herbal treatments? Do you think they work as well as rifaximin or anti-pharmacological antibiotics?
So, again, the problem with the herbals is there's not a lot of money there, so less research. It doesn't mean they don't work.
Actually, I read an article that they said that they work at least as well as rifaximin in some cases.
Yes, there was one paper from Johns Hopkins where they gave a mixture of herbs that was equal to rifaximin. The problem with that study was that the amount of berberine
It was
too high. And what the
not
researchers-
everybody tolerates that.
well, also liver toxicity from berberine. So you have to be careful. You have to watch how you do it. But I do believe that herbs help. For example, we use sometimes allicin. You know, allicin.
Well, actually, he talks about this to the people because, like, if a doctor they don't believe in SIBO, so they don't give them antibiotics, so they have to go to herbal therapies. So they usually use berberine plus allicin if they have methane. So they use the allicin for the methane
But it works
cases.
very short time. So in my experience, it works. It brings methane down a little bit. Patients feel better, but then 2 months later, it comes
So
back.
it's the same with the new
with
medicine
antibiotics, the
or-
same. So I think the methane archaea are very strong.
I know. Que sí que funciona también la hora de la alcina. De hecho, que tú precisamente para que los médicos no creen en SIBO, pues recurren a la herbácea. Y cuando tienen metano, entonces cuando pasa la alcina. Y dice que sí que funciona bien, pero pasa igual que con los antibióticos, que a las 2 meses se tienen recidiva.
Otra pregunta. ¿Qué sustrato? ¿Lactosa, glucosa o cilosa, que últimamente por Europa se está poniendo?
Okay, so currently Europe is silos substrates getting more use. Like, okay, I want to formulate the question. Which substrates do you think is best? Glucose, xylose, or lactulose?
So we did a study to compare not xylose, but glucose and lactulose. And glucose is not as good as lactulose. Lactulose better predicts who's going to respond to rifaximin. It better predicts SIBO in the reimagined study. So I prefer lactulose.
Okay, so unless they have milk allergy,
Or something.
so it's better to do lactulose. Because what is getting more news lately here in Europe is xylose or xylose.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
understand.
mispronounced it. So
Why?
that's why we are in Europe. We don't know why, but it's getting more news. No sabe por qué. Not in Spain actually. In Spain they usually use lactose.
Yeah.
Well, now it was glucose, but like all what he sends group is like doctors are talking about some laboratories. They are shifting to lactose.
Entonces, para cerrar esta pregunta con referente a esto, piensa que el test de lactulosa es la mejor manera probablemente de identificar un
just to finish.
Una parte, ahora quiero preguntar otra cosa.
No, sorry, two parts.
Es que estar aquí lo tengo que aprovechar.
He said that we have to take advantage that we have you with us, so I'm sorry, we're taking too much time. So the first part of the question is that, to clear out, to diagnose SIBO, we should use lactose correctors,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
Para él lo mejor.
So for you, it's best, it's clear,
100%.
no doubts.
100% the best.
Estamos de acuerdo. Yo también quiero.
We totally agree.
Okay, good.
Bueno, ahora le voy a preguntar el gran problema que tenemos en España,
Okay,
que es
so-
el síndrome de intestino irritable.
So,
Porque en España los gastroenterólogos, cuando no saben lo que tiene la gente, todo lo meten en el síndrome de intestino irritable, bajo el concepto de que es una patología funcional y psicológica. No tiene que ver nada con lo que ellos tratan o con lo que él trata de transmitir y para entender perfectamente hoy día que es el síndrome de intestino irritable.
So, what is the current understanding we have about the pathophysiology of IBS? You can explain the thing is a functional or psychological disease, and when they don't know what you have some these intestinal disorders or gastrointestinal disorders. It's IBS. This is for good, no treatment. So, what are your
So I think food poisoning, gastroenteritis starts the process. So salmonella or Shigella or Campylobacter, you get sick, and then IBS develops. And I think that's why the blood test.
Yeah.
So the CD3 toxin, you familiar with this?
Yeah, cytoletter distended toxin B.
That
Amazing how-
one triggers the autoimmunity, and then it damages the nerves of the gut, and then you get SIBO. So that's what we think is the sequence. And we've shown this already in papers, that that's the way it works. Now, the problem with all research, it takes time for doctors to adopt the new ideas. But that's why the blood test is so important. But in the US now, the blood test is starting to be used by all regular doctors now. So it's becoming very popular.
Hopefully in Spain will help us so.
Y otra procedente, cuando y en cualquier tipo de SIBO.
Okay. In what cases would you recommend to use prokinetics? Like what kind of SIBO?
So if you treat with antibiotics, the patient is 80% better for 1 year, you don't need prokinetics. But if it only lasts 1 month or 6 weeks, then we use a prokinetic. But with the antivinculin antibiotics, part of IBS-1, we think that predicts more neuropathy.
So you have to wait for the bloods.
Yeah, we will, if the antivinculin is high, we try the prokinetic faster, sooner. So, but we have more data coming, more news.
That's great.
So I think by the time Malaga conference, we will have a lot of data that will be very helpful for patients.
Bueno, dice que los cosméticos, los casos que a lo mejor tardan más de un año en tener una recidiva, lógicamente no quiero tomarla, pero los casos que antes de los 6 meses ya tienen una recidiva, está claro que hay que ponerlos porque si no va a estar recibiendo la enfermedad y que seguramente para cuando venga a Málaga va a tener nueva información que nosotros tenemos claro.
Bueno, voy a hacer no quiero abusar mucho ya de su amabilidad y le voy a hacer una última pregunta.
You are being very kind to take your time with us, but this is the last one.
Okay.
So, okay.
Sigue pensando que la causa principal del SIBO, bueno, es el síndrome de intestino irritable. Es el síndrome de intestino irritable la causa principal que el paciente tenga también SIBO.
O al revés.
No, que